Okay, today I want to go through the higher folio, and this is just a quick guide to get you started. Okay, so first of all, what is the higher folio? All of you are coming from National 5, so it's pretty much set up in the same way. You have two essays, one creative and personal, and you also have a persuasive discursive essays. Both of these are worth 30% of your overall grade. Now, it's really important that you put in as much effort as you possibly can into these essays, because what you put in, you will get out. It is possible to get 30 marks out of 30 and go into the exam with 30% of your exam already. So you need to work as hard as you possibly can, keep to the deadlines, and you'll do well. So what do you actually need to do in each essay? Well, first of all, you've got to write between 1,000 and 1,300 words. Now this is obviously a big difference from a National 5. You have to write a lot more and go into more detail. Just the same as in National 5, you need to make sure you're writing in clear English, in paragraphs, but you need to be using sophisticated language. They're expecting you to have pushed yourself from National 5, so you need to put in more detail into both the discursive and the personal creative essay. What I'm going to talk to you first of all about is the personal creative essay. Now, personal creative essays, as you'll know from National 5, they're about reflection on the experience you've had. Now, what you need to make sure that you do is don't make the event the focal point of your essay. It's your thoughts and your feelings that are the focal point. It's you reflecting on your experience. What have you learned from this experience? How has it sort of coloured other experiences you've had? Okay, and I can't really tell you what experience to pick. I'm not you, okay? I have not had the same experiences as you. You're the only person who can pick a personal experience that is relevant for you. So, you must at all times reflect. Let's have a look at the lyrics to The Man in the Mirror, okay? And in The Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson is doing what you need to do in your essay, okay? And that is reflect on the experience and how you've changed. What have you done differently? How do you think in a different way as you did before? So let's have a look at the opening. This is a higher folio essay from last year. Okay, and you can see the bit that I've highlighted in red here. Okay, this is setting up the reflection. This is the opening paragraph, your introduction. You're pulling in the reader. Okay, so we've got a quotation, and that can be a really good way of starting off your essay. Okay, so we've got a quotation there, and then it sets off what we are going to be learning about in this essay, and that is how this person deals with fear, their relationship with fear. So fear is the main focus. Okay, the event of going to France, that is a very important event, but that's not what this person focuses on. They focus on how going to France changed the way that they dealt with fear. So you can see that highlighted bit. This is reflecting already. So in National 5 you could kind of get away with just reflecting a little bit at the end, okay, having just a paragraph where you reflect. In higher, you need to be reflecting on a consistent basis, not just plopping it down, okay, right at the end of the essay. So this is from later on in the essay, and we can see again, okay, we've got the highlighted parts, your heart to pound in your throat. One of the important things to do in the essay is not just reflect, but also describe your experiences in detail. This is what I was talking about, the more detail earlier on. You need to put lots of detail in. You need to describe how you felt. You need to describe what was around you. You're trying to engage the reader. You're trying to pull them in, okay? They need to experience your experiences as if they were actually there. And a good way of doing that is to describe things in detail using similes, using metaphors, using personification, using a range of adjectives and other techniques. So later on, and just in the sentence afterwards, as I stood up at the end of the ride, it dawned on me that I just pushed myself past my narrow limits, and I felt a great deal of achievement and pride. This person's reflecting on their experience here. Okay, they're reflecting on how before they had quite narrow limits. Okay, they didn't really want to do things out of the box, but all of a sudden they're actually dealing with that, and that's showing reflection. That's showing maturity. Okay, and this is showing a good This is really what you need to be doing in your essay. Okay.